Hello, and welcome to the Thyroid Warrior podcast. I'm Ebony, and I'm here as your wellness facilitator. I'm going to be sharing my experiences in managing Hashimoto's disease. I really hope that it'll help you on your personal journey. Keep in mind, however, this does not substitute for medical advice. It is only for your information and motivational purposes only. Now, let's get started. You guys, I absolutely positively cannot believe that I'm about to say this, but this is episode 100 of the Thyroid Warrior podcast. I can't believe that. I just have to start by saying thank you. Thank you for all of the amazing messages, for working with me, for being patient with me, for allowing me to serve you throughout the last 3 years, really. And it has been a long journey to get here. And I remember before I started, I found myself crying in the closet because I went on iTunes, I looked it up, I saw how there were a lot of other people doing podcasts about thyroid disease and thyroid health. And I'm like, oh my gosh, people don't know me. I really just want to share what I went through because I never want anyone to experience what I did. And all I want to do is just give people tools and tips and resources and strategies to really and truly help them to be successful. And I was just so afraid. But the only thing that I knew that I could do was just start. And I knew that not everyone was going to vibe with me, and that was okay. I'm not always going to be everyone's cup of tea, and that's fine. Some people like kombucha, some people like coffee. Totally understand. But I just am in awe of all of you. And I really just want to say thank you because you guys have no idea how much you mean to me, from going through a divorce with me, going through some of the toughest life happenings with my dad being sick with cancer and my mom being sick, and so many changes that I've been going through personally throughout this entire time. You guys were there with me, and you sent me those messages, and you have worked with me one-on-one, or you've purchased a product, or you purchased a course. And I just want to say thank you from the absolute bottom of my heart. You all have no idea how much you mean to me. And with all of this talk about habits and processes and all those things, this has been one of the most difficult things to stay consistent with and really and truly put my all in it, because it's hard. It's hard trying to figure out, okay, will they like this? Will they want to hear this? Will they want to know about this? If I get a guest, it's someone that I know, because I don't just want to have someone coming on that's just promoting something that I've never met before and protecting you all from that. Because for me, you guys are family. So it's incredibly important to me that I maintain the integrity and the trust that we've built over this time. And I always think about you guys some way, shape, form, or fashion. Even if I'm just sitting still one day, sometimes I'm like, ooh, I could record this, or ooh, perhaps they might want this. Should I go? Should I do it? Should I ask them? And at the core of who I am, it's so important to me to help you all live a happy, healthy, and joy-filled life, because I know what that feels like to be suffering, to cry, to be frustrated, to want to get that support and not know how to ask for it, or your family and friends don't understand why you're exhausted, and to hear only years later, after some of them may have experienced some type of autoimmune disease or chronic illness themselves, to come back and say, oh, I get it now. And even if they don't necessarily do it, what I always want you to understand and remember is that you are so amazing. You are capable, you are competent, and you are going to get through this. And I will do everything in my power to support you all in that. And with all of this talk about the coronavirus and COVID-19 and just the fear and anxiety that I know is running across our communities, for me, it's so important to make sure that I'm doing my part to help us all stay grounded. And I have resources available, ways for you to stay active and move your body. And you can go to joyfulebony.com/resources so that you can access those things. And I'm going to make sure that I keep my website up to date with all of the different activities and discounts and resources and all the things that I know of and have available to you guys, so that if you are at home and you don't necessarily have the opportunity to get out, or you don't want to go out, I have options for you that I've been able to dig up and come up with. So I want to make sure that you guys have access to that. And I'm just in awe, honestly, of the things that you guys do on a regular basis. And, you know, I want to shout out just everyone that makes this show possible. And I also am so dang proud of each and every one of you. Like Cynthia, you are amazing. You have helped me with so many things, and I really and truly appreciate you and all of the conversations that we've had, Rose, all the questions that you asked me. I certainly appreciate them because you help other people benefit from those questions that you ask. And Danielle, I want you to know how much you mean to me. And Virginia, thank you for reaching out to ask about the food journal recently. And, you know, for those of you that are in high school and those of you that are in college and you're going through all of these changes at a young age, know that over time it does get better. And one of the other things that I was very, very adamant about was getting on a call with you guys to talk through some of the things that you were going through and how I could potentially just be there for you. And I want you to know that that offer still stands, and you can definitely go to joyfulebony.com/thyroid issues call, and we can have that conversation. So for me, supporting you guys in everything is critical. So I never want you to feel alone. I never want you to feel like you can't do this, because you can. And I believe in you all so much. And I'm trying really hard not to get emotional, but I can't say that it's not going to happen. It's going to happen. It's okay. But those moments when I was on the ground with incredible vertigo, those moments when I laid in my bed and I just wanted to die because I had no energy. I couldn't understand what was happening. I didn't know why my body was doing what it was doing. I didn't understand why I wasn't getting oxygen to my brain. I didn't understand why some of my doctors were just assholes. And I'm sorry for the language, but I really and truly struggle with that. And to know and feel as alone as I did in that moment, I know how you feel. I've been there. I know what that feels like, to want to conceive, to want to go through and start a family and not be able to do it because your doctor just told you your thyroid levels just weren't where they needed to be. Or wanting to be as active as you used to be, but you can't because your joints are inflamed and there's just so many things happening and your body is just betraying you, to the dry skin, to your hair falling out, to all these things. I see you. I understand. And I just want to say thank you for just being on this journey with me, for giving me feedback, for helping to make sure that the conversations that we have, that you put input in that. And when I would ask you all what you wanted to hear about, you told me, and I want you to continue to do that. So again, I just want to tell you from the absolute bottom of my heart, thank you. And also because I'm so dedicated to being there and serving you guys, I want to make sure that when you do go to joyfulebony.com/resources, that you guys are going to get a special 40% off coupon code for everything. So you can type in 100 in the checkout wherever you go in terms of getting my products. And if for whatever reason you can't put 100 there, just email me and I'll make sure that you get the difference in whatever it is that you purchased. So thank you guys so much for everything. And I look forward to the next 100 episodes. So with that, be happy, be whole, and be well. Take care. Okay, thyroid warriors, get out there and take things one step at a time. Remember, be great, reflect on your triumphs, and as always, be well. Take care.